I went to Oak Tree. It's a retail store that sold men's clothing. That was a lot of fun. But I was getting tired of the. I was getting tired of the. Where the heck am I? I'm just riding, people. I was getting tired of the the retail lifestyle. So I finished my first year of college, so I said no more retail for me. I can't do this no more. So then I got into security. I became a security guard at a college. That was a lot of fun. You know, you're in college and you're a security guard at college. So I enjoyed that a lot. But now I'm kind of moving myself more of a mainstream work field for me. I did that for 2 years, and then after the security job, I believe I took a managerial job at another store for a couple of months, but that was until I found what I really wanted to do. And I did. I ended up going into corporate America. You know, I was nervous as heck. You know, I was used to retail and working with my dad and retail, so I knew retail very well. I didn't know corporate America, computers, management, stuff like that, but I was always in a management position. You know, helping people and instructing them and teaching them how to do something was something I did on a regular. That was easy for me. But the actual corporate, world was totally new. Now, mind you, when I got the job, the business had just opened. I think it was open for almost a year when they hired me. So we were all crammed into one little room. And it was the pharmaceutical industry. I dealt with CME education, continuing medical education for doctors. And I remember they said, well, we would like you to be a manager. And I said, well, thank you. And it was so funny because I was a manager of myself and one other person at the time. It was just one guy I had to manage. And it was so funny because we sat together next to each other. So I printed out the list and we was doing a mailing. And I remember telling my mom, I said, oh, they made me into a manager in training or something like that. She goes, well, how big is your team? I said, well, it's just me and this other guy, Joe. And she laughed. She goes, well, what do you do? I said, well, we basically sit next to each other on the phones and we run the reports together. But when we have to do the mail outs, I print up the label, I QC it, and I just pass it right next to him. And we just get the mail outs done. It was hilarious. We had a good time at that job. I stayed at that job for, oh my gosh, almost 10 years because the job ended up growing. And I spoke about it a little. The job ended up growing. I ended up turning around. I didn't know where I was over there. The job ended up growing, and I grew with it. And so did my department. And I had a great team. Now, by this time, I was, fully immersed into the department. I knew it from the top to the bottom. Anything that needed to be done, I could do it. But what made it even more special is the people I worked with. I mean, I really did have a great team that, helped me. And because a manager is only as good as his team. If you think you're a great manager, but your team can't stand you, you're not a great manager. Really, people don't realize managers have to. The job of management is to inspire your team, to inspire others, to get them to want to do the work. And my team saw that I never put myself above them. Like, I did everything. If we had to do mail outs, I was right there. When we was at symposiums, I was right there. If they said, you guys, it was a last minute thing, and they said, hey, we got to get this materials all printed out, and we got to run these reports and stuff like that. The person in charge of that, I didn't just go, well, make sure it's done and I'll see you in the morning. I was like, look, you do this, I'll do that. Matter of fact, we're all going to help out so we can all get out. We may be here an extra hour, but we're going to get out here together. And the team loved me for that. I think they really respected me for my values on how I worked with them. I didn't put myself above them. Yes, I was their manager, and they knew that. And when the time arose for me to put on the manager's shoes, I did. But they knew that I gave them an opportunity to learn new craft. They knew I respected them because, you should always grow your mind, and that's what I promoted. So that's what I wanted them to do. And a lot of them actually went on, was promoted within the company. I would go up and say, hey, don't overlook this person. That person is really good. You think that person who is doing the reports is good? Well, it's not that person. It's this person doing the reports. They're just signing their name to it. So I really loved that job. I did. But unfortunately, stuff happens, and the company ended up downsizing. It started downsizing in 2003, and they kept going and kept going and kept going. And in 2006, I was finally let go. I mean, we were small. When they let me go, I think we were back down to like 20 people. And so I knew it was coming, but it was okay. I mean, we could not get no new business. That was the gentleman I passed a while ago. Oh, wow, okay. We could not get no new business. So what we did was we just tried to hang on for as long as we could, and it just didn't work out. So then I ended up sticking in the management field and going and working at a manufacturing company, but I wasn't happy there. It was nice, but I knew I wasn't going to be there for long. And I was thinking about career changes. I wanted to kind of take my life in a different direction, so I started looking on the website for different stuff. I was actually a little too tired of New York too. I was thinking about moving down south, back down south, or down south, however you want to say it. And I happened to stumble across, a chance to apply for a position, and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna go for it. I don't have any qualifications for it, but I have the determination. I know I can do very well in it, and I just got to prove it to myself and prove it to the people that are, requesting this for this position to go for it. And I did. It was hard. It was a lot of training going on to prove that you could do it. And I did it. You know what? I am happy to say not only did I get chosen for this position, but I'm so happy, and it's such a rewarding position. I'm not going to say what it is, because I just want to keep that a secret for a little bit longer, but it is a very rewarding position to have. I get a lot of compliments, and I think the best thing for me to do is just continue with this. I don't see myself leaving here. Hopefully I won't leave here. Hopefully I'll retire. I want to retire another 15 years from now. I'll be in my late 50s. No, I'm so sorry, in my mid 50s, about 55, 56, 57. But if everything goes right, I'll retire at the age of 57. And I just want to enjoy life, come out with a new blog, start maybe YouTube will record something different, and if it isn't, then I'll call myself Krazy. But look at that, some wild turkeys and the babies, ain't that nice? I just call myself former New Yorker or something like that. I'm actually almost home, the farmland. But that's what I do. You know, sometimes I'm put in a situation where it could be a little dangerous, a little nervous, but you know, I always have God in my heart. And it's a very physical job from time to time. Not from time to time. It's a very physical job, and I try to keep myself in excellent shape. And that's me. That's kind of like my life story there, almost just a touch of it. You know, you really can't go into your full life story. You'd be here forever. But that is Krazy Kool New Yorker, or the man who calls himself Krazy Kool New Yorker. I'd like to thank you guys for watching the blog. I actually love that, you know, people find my blog interesting. I didn't think I would have this many people. I thought I would have like 2 people watching me on a regular, but it's taken off pretty nicely, and people ask me all sorts of questions, and I try to comment on all the questions that people may ask. They do it on the YouTube channel. They do it on the Google Plus, because you know when you have a YouTube, you always get a Google Plus, and they do it on my Facebook channel. So I'm always like trying to keep up on it and respond and stuff. So I do respect the fact that, you know, people find my blog entertaining. Again, I thank you for it. So I'm almost home. I would like to say thank you. Enjoy your day, and as always, ride what you love and love what you ride. Krazy Kool New Yorker out. Macy's in New Rochelle, New York.